Hello, guys. Good evening, guys. And it's your boy, Professor Charles, that's live. And today we're going to talk about something that, you know, when you think about actors, you never know what actors do, not just on stage, but off stage as well. Chadwick Boseman was an actor that, I think the very first film, he's done several films, by the way. I've only seen about maybe four or five of the films. But one thing I can say about him as an actual actor, I think the very first film that I actually saw with Chadwick Boswick was 42, which was the Jackie Robinson story, if you guys don't remember. So this is like a tribute video. So I think when I saw that movie, I was more curious about him as an actor. I know that was the very first film he had actually done, and I was impressed. I regret not seeing it in theaters. You know how sometimes you'll hear about an actor and you're just like, I don't know if I want to see this in theaters. But I regretted it. I got it on sale when it came out at Target when it officially released on DVD. Fantastic movie. He played that role down to a T. I think that was something that I really enjoyed about Chadwick Boswick as an actor. When he got a role, you felt like, man, he's really putting his all into it. And it's unfortunate, man, in the movie community, in the Marvel community, in the movie industry, that we lost someone that, man, he was coming up as an actor, like incredible, well known for the Black Panther movie. We also saw him in Civil War, and I think that's the other movie that kind of like showed me that I start to appreciate him as an actor. More so was his Marvel movie. Also played James Brown. I think the movie was named Get Down. If someone can tell me if I'm right, please comment. But he did a great job playing James Brown too. And I think it was probably one of his lesser known films. But I just gotta say, when I seen him actually in like I said, Jackie Robinson movie, I wanted to see more of him. And when Civil War came out, we did. I love to get on up. Very creative for a biopic. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Definitely. I agree, Perfect. So I definitely agree with you on that. And I think when I saw him in Civil War, I was like, yo, that's my king. He was like, he's T'Challa, and I like that he really got into the role. Sometimes people that play these superhero movies, they don't really get into the role. He had the accent, he had the respect for his father, and we just saw him in a light where it's like, man, he went from Jackie Robinson, the baseball player, to James Brown, the musician, and now he's become this Marvel king of Wakanda, and I was just like, wow, man, this man he's on the road with it. And I think the best thing about it was we saw that like he actually when he got these roles, he would, you could see that he was really about that, man. I was like, this is incredible, man. And it's sad that he passed. It is, man. It's definitely a loss. You could tell the movie industry feels, is feeling for this. Also, the fans and just people that supported him. I remember there was a thing. I don't know if you guys watched Sway. Was it Sway in the morning? There was an interview with Sway where they interviewed pretty much the cast for Black Panthers. I guess there won't be a Black Panther sequel. Um, there's still a possibility. If you read the comments, Perfect Cell, there's still a possibility. They could get Shuri to play it, but it would be up to the actress to say, you know what, I'll play that role, and they will probably have to change the story a little bit for it. There's still a possibility of that. I'm not saying that it's not. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen right away due to this situation happening. So that's something else to look at. But I remember on Sway in the Morning, he would do something, and I thought that was neat. I mean, I think certain actors do. He said that he went to go visit. What's up, bro? He visited people that had cancer, and this man had cancer. That's the craziest thing, right? You would never expect someone like, how could he go see someone that had cancer? but he had cancer because he knew what it was like. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell, and these were kids, man. You know what I'm saying? He went to go visit kids and would bring them stuff. And I remember in that interview that he did with Sway in the morning, you can see he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying in a way like, oh, he was hurt, this, that. You could tell he was hurt because he was going through that himself. You know what I'm saying? Seeing them kids brightening up their day, taking pictures with them and everything. And I think we all go through stuff, right? And I think that was, to me, that showed me like he, even though he was an actor in the movies, he was an actor off the stage, not just on the stage. And I could truly appreciate that. I was just like, wow, this man takes time. And not saying that other actors and actresses don't do it, because there are some of them keep it quiet or private, and that's how some actors are. But when he said on Sway and kind of broke down, you can see that the other cast of Black Panther say, "Chad, you all right?" So yeah, I'm all right and stuff like that. And you could see there was a reassurance. And I think I love the cast, man. It was just like, wow, they really, you know what I'm saying, when he was, feeling kind of low, they kind of lifted him up, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, lift King up, Um, and I'll never forget it because, during the last, like I said, I know he had stopped posting pictures for a minute and everything. And for me, I was thinking, like, how you see actors, online, and like I said, I thought he was just gearing up for another movie. When I seen, I was like, oh, he must be gearing up for another movie. But you never know what actors are going through. You know what I'm saying? Some actors are more private. But like I said, he will be truly missed as an actor. Like I said, I think now, I wish I would have saw some of his other films. I've seen about maybe, I think, 5 of the films. I haven't seen the other 2 films. I'm curious to see what the other films are about. You know what I'm saying? I know one of them is on Netflix that I haven't seen, excuse me. And the other one, I don't know if it's on the streaming service or not. But like I said, Chad Boswick, I like that about him. The other thing I admired about him was, even though he was in pain, y'all don't know, like, this man was battling cancer for 4 years, yo, and still was like, you thought he was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? The way he handled being in Black Panther, also Avengers, Endgame, Avengers, Infinity War. Like, he literally, you never saw him complain about him having it or anything like that. And I think that's great to look at it in that view, you know what I'm saying? Because I think, like I said, I know some people are really nosy. I think it's great that he never said anything about it, because I think actors sometimes, how people say, oh, you ill and stuff like that, and people try to use it against you. So I could respect why Chadwick Boseman did what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible that he was still, like, playing in Black Panther, one of the biggest blockbusters for Marvel since Blade. Literally, you know what I'm saying? And literally holding it down. I was like, wow, man. They had fight scenes and everything in it, but him not to complain about it, anything like that in interviews. I watched a couple of his interviews, and I was just like, man, it's amazing, man. Like I said, it was incredible. You know what I'm saying? It also shows you during your pain, you can still do things that are your purpose. You know what I'm saying? That you saw him do, which I thought was very inspiring for anybody. You know what I'm saying? One love to the Black Panther with the ancestors. Yeah, you with the ancestors for sure, bro. Definitely with the ancestors. But I just felt that was incredible, man. Seeing about kids that had cancer, like he had cancer, going to see about them. Also, literally, you know what I'm saying, still doing movies. You know what I'm saying? And just literally not saying anything about it. And I think that was the best thing that Chad could have did. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, not to, like I said, I'm not an actor or anything like that, but to understand, like, maybe if he would have told people that he had this, they would have probably wouldn't have hired him as an actor. You know what I'm saying? They probably would have looked like, oh, no, we don't want you, or, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, guys, but it's the honest truth. When they see that certain actors have certain things going on with them, they're like, nah, we don't need you for this, we don't need you for that. And it shows you that, his resilience, you know what I'm saying, and just his determination for him to play that role was incredible, yo. Like I was just like, man, you have been in, like I said, 4 different Marvel movies, and some of the scenes require him to, do some fighting scenes, and I was just like, wow. And it's great to know that he left an impact on young kids. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause Black Panther was something that the younger kids enjoyed, and I enjoyed him being Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? But also, like I said, having the kids have something to look up to, man. I think one thing about Chadwick Boseman, all his movies impacted people differently, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? With Black Panther, for me, it was more so just African heritage in general. And just learning about the ancestors and all that stuff. I think that's one thing about Black Panther that I really enjoyed. It wasn't just, something where, oh, it's just a superhero film. It was more of like, let's learn about your African roots, and just learning about how people deal with the spirit world and everything. Even if it wasn't his particular, if he, was religious or not, it doesn't matter. But how he became that character was incredible. Hey, Natural and TV, what's going on, sis? But like I said, man, it's sad to hear that he's gone. But like I said, I think what he wanted us to know is, you can still do stuff through the pain that you go through within your own life. You can still be great. You know what I'm saying? Well, no matter what you do in your own life, you can be great. Yeah, I love that movie. Yes, Black Panther was definitely one of my favorite Marvel movies. But he showed that despite him having cancer, you know what I'm saying, colon cancer at that, and still was like, ready to do a movie. Like that is, man, I mean, like I said, he was an everyday hero if you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? He going to visit kids that got cancer, and he got cancer at the time. You know what I'm saying? I thought, yeah, it's really sad. I tell you, yes, 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 natural healing is really sad. And I think, it just showed us like we can still go through pain, but it's how you handle it and how you can get through it, you know what I'm saying? But it's all in your mindset. But also what I learned from this, he was private about it. He didn't want friends, family, the cast, or the directors or the producers to know about it, because I think it would have made it seem like, oh well, we don't need you because you got this going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why he kept private about it, which makes complete sense if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just gonna be like, all right, I got this going on, and you trying to get the role. No, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be your tip top, self. You know what I'm saying? Because you really want the role. But it is gonna be weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we'll ever see a sequel to Black Panther with another person playing them. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I don't want him to be replaced, because like I said, he played an excellent Black Panther, but I just don't know where they're gonna go with this duration for the next film. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he will always, like I said, have a heart for the younger kids, because a lot of younger kids looked up to having a black superhero that they could look at and just know like this is something that's a positive thing, and just not just a positive thing, but they look like us. You know what I'm saying? 2020 has been a roller coaster for real. Yeah, it has been. And I think that's a great way to look at it. Like he had people that were his supporters that appreciated him. Now, one thing I loved about him is when he met some of his supporters, and not just the ones that had cancer, but the other ones that went to go see the movie and everything, how humble he was as a person, and thankful for them to go see the film. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I went to go see Black Panther twice. I'm not gonna lie. I went to go see Black Panther twice. I thought it was a great movie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I thought it was a great movie. It showed stuff that maybe we need to be more aware of. But I think, like I said, it was very interesting that he did that with his supporters. Like I said, some of his interviews were very interesting. Like I said, the one with Sway in the morning, that's probably one of my favorite Sway interviews that he's done with an actor. I'm not like big on actor interviews, but when I seen that one in the cast from Black Panther, like all together, it wasn't the whole cast. I wish it would have been more of the cast, but it was most of the main cast that was a part of the movie, and how supportive they were of him. I think that was terrific. You know what I'm saying? I think that just the atmosphere, just the people him being around at the time. 'Cause I think if he would have did that interview by himself, um, when Sway asked him this one question, it wasn't a disrespectful question to anybody, but just how he, managed to do this for the kids and stuff, seeing about the kids, taking pictures with them that had cancer and everything, and bringing them gifts, and being comforting because he was saying that the kids wanted to see the movie and all that stuff. And I just thought that, man, you know what I'm saying, he had a good spirit about him. You know what I'm saying? That's something that, some actors don't have that. Some actors are arrogant, some are cocky, but he always, to me, it seemed like he was humble. He, you know what I'm saying, he appreciated being a part of Black Panther. And I think, for me personally, I think Black Panther, the movie, was probably one of his biggest movies. Also 21 Bridges. Also, I think Bloody Pigs on Netflix. That's the last film that he played in by Spike Lee. Those films had an impact, and then, like I said, each role he played it well. That's one thing I liked about Chadwick Boseman as an actor. He knew how to be a chameleon and how to adapt to play these roles. Because in Bloody Pigs, which is based on a true story, he played a deceased soldier. He wasn't deceased the whole movie, but some of the movie he was deceased. And you see the other soldiers that were part of the war that were veterans, literally, trying to cope with his death and everything, and how they felt about it and everything. But for that to be his last film, man, it's crazy. I actually looked up because I know a lot of you guys. I remember there's a Black Panther animated series on Disney. It was SF or whatever it is, SD. And I thought he was the voice actor for T'Challa in that, but that's somebody else. I was like, what? I was thinking like it was, him voicing him over the cartoon series that they had. But like I said, man, one thing I can say is, follow your purpose. That's one thing. The other thing is, he kept his life private. And like I said, maybe because how people were online too, I forgot to talk about that. I know when I was online a while back, and this is like, he was still posting stuff. And I think some people are just a little bit cruel, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what people are going through. You know what I'm saying? And I remember seeing stuff, and I'm just like, dang, man, why are people so cruel, man? And you never know what a person's going through. And I literally said to myself, like, man, maybe that's probably why he stopped posting online, because people just were negative and rude and just mean. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, they're actor. They're just like us. But the person is making more money. But my thing is, can we have some sense of humanity? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you like if somebody just poking fun and reposting what happened to him? To me, I felt that was kind of rude. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I will remember him for some of his movies that he definitely, like, I really love. I said Black Panther will always be, to me, that'll be my number one. I loved him in Bloody Pigs. He did a great job in Bloody Pigs. You know, even though I wish he would have had like a little bit more of a role in it, it was still a good movie overall. Like I said, the very first movie I got into him was 42, the Jackie Robinson story. And man, we all felt some type of way when we heard the news, man. Whether you was at home, the type of this is part of the reason I don't associate with social media like that. That's understandable, man. I just think that they shouldn't. It was like that with the incident with Usher. Yes, that's true. That's definitely true what you're saying. And I think that's probably why he kind of just said, you know what, I'm not, and I can understand that. It was like how dense can people be? I mean, some of y'all troll, but y'all troll for the wrong reasons. But like I said, he was like one of my favorite actors that was coming up. And it's good to see that his co-stars, Angela Bassett, my God, man, have y'all seen her tribute? Her tribute was, man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It's good to see that a lot of the people are talking about it. I know everyone vents different about people and stuff like that, whether it be actors, actresses, maybe people that you love. But it seems like a lot of people were like in good spirits. So I think Chad brought that to people. We seen even with Brie Larson, I do know about that situation where she felt welcomed and she just was loved his spirit and everything about him as a person. And I think that was really neat. You know what I'm saying, that you can meet people and you never know how they impact you personally. And I think that was terrific that a lot of the people that had worked with him had actually brought it up and everything. I thought that was terrific. If you ask me, I was like, that's great. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I just think that we got to learn, like I said, with him battling that for what I'm saying, for 4 years and still wanting to do the acting thing. That's dedication, y'all. That is seriously dedication and just your spirit, man. You just know it's in your heart and soul to do something, and that maybe acting was his purpose. You know what I'm saying? Being the best actor that he could be. And like I said, 4 years. That's incredible, man. And literally wanting to help people and literally see your supporters, you know what I'm saying, whether they were sick and had cancer or not, he was still, like going around like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he is T'Challa. Like he's T'Challa off screen, not just on screen. And like I said, I think it's just, man, his determination to still want to act in movies was incredible, man. That's an incredible feat right there. You know what I'm saying? Like you never heard him complain about it, which is a great thing. So that shows you some character. That's some character building skills right there. Yeah, he had a calling. Yes, yes. And I think personally, like I said, movies work. Like I said, Black Panther was the biggest box office success. 21 Bridges did well, but not Black Panther well, but it did well as well. Like I said, Bloody Pigs, he was in that. Like I said, some of the other films I'm not familiar with. One of them I know is definitely on Netflix. I'll definitely check out when I get a chance. But it's just amazing how he, brought this energy and people love that about him. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, him being passionate and ambitious to keep doing roles. You know what I'm saying? If some actors have been like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this because I got this going on. Chadwick Boseman didn't do that. He did not do that. He did not quit. He did not give up. And I think, you know what? As crazy as it seems like he related to T'Challa, maybe more than some of the other characters he played. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him personally. But I think, to me, I think that's what I like. T'Challa. T'Challa's probably my favorite role. It just shows you not to give up. No matter if you fail, keep going. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what I learned from Black Panther, his character in that movie. Even though he lost to Killmonger, he kept going. He didn't quit. He didn't give up. He kept going. And I was just like, wow, he was like that in real life. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder, I'm not gonna say it is. There may be an interview where they talk about him and what movie may influence him to kind of incorporate that in his real life. Some actors have that moment where they'll get a role and certain parts of that role kind of sticks with them. And I think that's truly incredible, man. I think, like I said, man, him bringing back Marvel with the show must go on. Correct, correct. And that's what I liked about him as an actor. Even though that was going on with him and he was battling that for 4 years, he didn't give up. He didn't give up. He said, "Look, I'm gonna still keep doing this, and that's what it's gonna be." And I was just like, "Wow." You know what I'm saying? And seeing other people like that in the hospital, you know what I'm saying, and not crying or showing emotion about it, but being happy to see them and bringing them gifts, because at the time the movie hadn't came out, um, and most of the kids that he had went to go see that had cancer, they had died. So he brought them gifts, you know what I'm saying, little souvenirs from Marvel and stuff, the little Funko Pops and other little action figures and stuff. And I think that was really neat, man. I really think that was neat. of him. And like I said, I was just happy he was with his family. I could truly say that I was happy when I heard the news that he was with his family when it happened. He didn't go by himself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes actors do go through that where they're not around people they love when they about to pass or transition to the ancestral plane. But that's something that I was glad that he was home with his family, also his wife, and I was just like, this was that was beautiful. That was a beautiful thing to me. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I don't know. But either Marvel, either Warner Brothers, I love that the movie studios are also showing their love for him and even actors that hey you cross paths with. So, you know, it's good. You know, when you ask yourself about what do you want to do to change something or change the world, you know, it starts with you know what I'm saying? And I think him being you know, knowing about his purpose and being an actor, I think it was just meant to be. That was just, you know, maybe that was just the say all be all. This is what I'm here on earth to do is to be an actor. And like I said, you know, it's incredible that we had to lose him. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like this year, man, it's not been sad, not interesting, but sad that some of these people are leaving, man. So this is my live for today, guys. This is my tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Thank you so much for playing King King T'Challa. You will always be the king in our eyes. Thank you so much for your determined spirit, your your undying ambition to keep going despite this cancer that you had, it's colon cancer. And like I said, man, prayers to the family, y'all. It's I know it's messed up that this had to happen, but like I said, we're all here for a purpose in our life. We just got to get in tune with it and try to remember and be like, maybe not necessarily be completely like Chad Boswick, but to keep going despite the pain, because we all go through some type of pain in our lives, but it's how you shape it into something positive and keep going if that's what you're really passionate about. So this is my live for today, guys. Thank you for joining so much, guys. I'm out. Have a wonderful Saturday.